Alrighty then, Hockey Guy here again for OutstandingPoker.com and another Microstakes video here. Today I wanted to focus a little bit on helping the players at the Microstakes level really being able to identify what a good table looks like, and because when you're learning it's always more fun to win, I discovered, and even when you're not learning it's more fun to win. But I wanted to kind of show a couple different styles of tables, and hopefully this will illustrate kind of the point here. I have a couple here at Bowdog, my normal hunting ground. I'm going to make a call there with King Queen suited. This guy here is not very aggressive. I'm going to see if I can get a cheap card here. I've got a lot of ways to approve, but he's going to push all in, and I'm going to unfortunately have to go away here. I had some overcards, a gut shot, and a backdoor hard draw, but that's not worth an overbet. But the thing that I really want to focus on here is if we look at the top corner here, see if I can get this thing dragged down to a little easier spot to see. There we go. All right. We got looks like that requires a raise on my part. And this one over here, I'm going to go ahead and raise that too, and just see if we can take those down. Again, just going to be using standard attitude to principles here that and try to apply them to the Microstakes game. Punishing limpers, being the aggressor, and there's a nice flop there. You always like to see that when you raise with some raggedy rags. I'm going to try to be a little coy there with a smaller bet and see if we can't get the rest of Mr. Nuts stacked there, if he has anything at all. Okay, we're going to now bet 2 and see what happens. The 3, a fairly harmless card, but I want to get a big enough pot here to get his whole stack on the river. And it looks like we'll try to take a shot at that now. See how this works out. And there we go. And there's the advantage. You're not always going to hit the sweet flop like that, but when you do, it's so disguised. The other guy is pretty helpless to get away from his hand, and it does build your image here that hopefully later on that they were watching that I will raise with King Deuce. And notice also on this left-hand table, flop the nuts. He's gone now without his money, but his mistake was limping in with King Queen and then calling a raise with King Queen, which is not a great hand to be calling raises with. Frequently you're dominated. It turned out in that case I was, and got a fortunate flop. But the bigger point is, and this happens to a lot of micro players, had he raised coming in, my Queen Deuce would have never been in there, and he would have taken down a small pot instead of losing a large pot. And that is one of the hazards of limping in and playing in unraised pots, is it's hard to put somebody on the hand, or when they're the aggressor, you don't really know where you are. But I am going to, with 2 callers here and kind of a middling flop, and Mr. plays almost 2/3 of the hands here. See if I can't spike a black queen. Would make my day there. But the numbers, the thing I wanted to talk about here is, and I'm going to be prepared to check